Produce better live streams with this one simple tip. Hey there streamers, Zephan Moses here, and in this video I wanted to share with you the one thing that has the largest impact on my live streams. It's so simple that chances are some of you probably aren't even doing it. Do you know what it is? It's a site survey. Site surveys are not only one way I can boost my bottom line by billing for the additional time that I take prior to event day, but there are simple ways to show face with the client and build a stronger, trusting relationship before show day. Did I mention that it's one of the easiest ways to prevent live stream failures too? So what is a site survey? Typically, when I'm working with live stream clients, I'll schedule a visit to the venue at least 1 week prior to event day. I'll make sure that my point of contact is on site, whether that be the direct client, an event manager, or someone else. I'll also work with the venue to have a representative of the venue available to answer questions. Sometimes this might be the IT department, other times it could be the events and conferences manager, but it needs to be a decision maker that can get answers for us while we are on the spot. The site visit usually lasts no longer than an hour, and I'll bill $300 for it since I'll be taking a couple hours out of my afternoon to travel to a venue, be there on site, and to travel home. This is all, of course, discussed with the client when we send over our proposal and estimate. The site survey begins with examining the space. We'll go over everything from where I can park my vehicle, where my team can park, if I'm bringing an audio or a camera crew, and how we should be entering the building. Some venues don't want carts being pulled across the lobby floor and may require you to enter through a loading dock or a freight elevator. These are all important details because delaying your unloading and setup time may prevent you from troubleshooting anything else that comes up in your initial setup on livestream day. All it takes is one security guard telling you that you can't park in the loading dock, or one valet telling you that you can't bring your equipment through the main entrance of the hotel to throw a 20-minute curveball in your setup. Next, we'll take a look at the room where the event is going to be held. We'll work on figuring out where power can be supplied from, whether the outlets are easily accessible from your tech table location, and if there's a wired internet drop in the room. Remember, this is where it is your job as the expert to take everything into account and advise the client on where you'd like your table placed. Speaking of tables, this is a great time to see if the venue can provide you with a table. When possible, I will usually ask for a stage riser for my cameras so they're above the heads of people entering and exiting the room in the middle of presentations. You could also try to get what's called tech drape to hide your mess of cables. It's like a shorter version of pipe and drape to hide any cables from sight. Once the tech table location is confirmed, it's a good time to plug in a computer and run a speed test with a wired internet connection. You'll need to find out if there's any splash pages or blocked websites that may prevent you from connecting to the internet. I like to set up a test stream to my private Facebook page or a dummy YouTube page just to make sure that my stream can hit the final destination. I'll either plug in an encoder like my live view, or I can use OBS on my laptop to run a test stream for a few minutes. If I'm using OBS, I can simply use the webcam in my laptop as a test, but if you plug in an encoder, you'll obviously need something that can generate a signal. Instead of tossing a camera in your bag, you could bring a Decimator MDHX, which can generate a color. Use that, or if you have any devices that can generate a test pattern or color bars, then you can use those as well. The goal here is to make sure the stream can hit the final destination and nothing drops out after a few minutes. While the test stream is running, it's a good idea to talk to your client about the event schedule. Make sure there are breaks for you to go to the restroom, and if it's a full-day gig, ask about lunch and whether or not your team is provided meals. If they're not providing you a meal and you are responsible, I recommend coordinating in advance to take orders and either use an app-based delivery service such as Uber Eats or Grubhub, or make sure that you have an available team member who can run out and grab the food. Some of the other discussions I might have include where our cable runs are going, if the in-house audio team will be able to give us a feed, if there are projectors or screens that we need to display anything on, or if there's any in-house vendors providing those services. We'll talk through the event with the client and their run of show to see if there are any glaring concerns. For example, if the client wants to last minute add in a virtual guest speaker, that's going to take more equipment and more setup, so it's crucial to make sure you understand every element and every line item in your schedule. You can also take this time to advise where it might make sense to insert breaks so that you can change out graphics, videos, or anything else. As the site visit comes to a close and you've confirmed where your power will be, that the internet works, how you will unload your equipment, whether or not the venue is providing tables, staging, or tech drapes, you can ask any remaining questions like how many attendees the client is expecting, when they will be able to get you any graphics or videos, and more. This is a good time to express any concerns, or if you need to let the client know that in light of this new information, you'll need more time, aka you need to increase the estimate. All of this happens in just an hour on site, and since you're taking time out of your day, there's no reason why the client can't be billed for this. If anyone asks, I tell them to think about it as an insurance policy and a way to make more successful live streams. This one simple tip of scheduling a site visit with your client before event day can easily prepare you for a better live stream, and it will instill the confidence that you need to take on bigger and better events. So what do you think of this site survey idea? Are you incorporating them into your projects? What did I miss? Or what are some of the topics that you discuss with the client while on site? Let me know down in the comments section below. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified when to come back and check out more of these free trainings and tutorials.